Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode here of the Cutters franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. Year number 4 here for the Cutters, and we last episode managed to get all the way to the final game of the season before I was unexpectedly pulled away for something important. We are going to see today if we can make the playoffs, as we are one win away from putting all the pressure on the last seed to get into the playoffs. Here's the situation as it currently stands: 23 out of 24 games into the season. We are sitting at 11 and 12. We have no shot of catching the front runners or the Buzzwings, so the division title is out of the question. The Colossus have also already won their division, so 3 seeds have already been locked up. We are playing for the 4 seed. Here's the situation: if we win our final game by more than 2 runs, we will pass the Felines. That's number 1. Number 2, that will put all the pressure on the Pythons. The Pythons would need to win their last game, and they would need to win by 5 runs in order to get past not only the Felines, but also possibly us. So, and if they were to do that, the Pythons would get the tiebreaker over us. So, that is the situation we're currently in, and we're playing the 13 and 10 frontrunners. The frontrunners are already in the playoffs. They're locked in. They are not losing anything by taking an L right now. So, they will be in the playoffs no matter what. He's live when I hope. Let's go. Hey, one boy, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hopefully your day's been well. Good to hear. Good to hear. Oh, situation is a tough one. Okay, if we win this last game, we got everything's going to be looking good for us. It'll come down to the final game of the Pythons, and they play the next to last game of the season against the last place Grimcats, of course. They get an easy opponent. Meanwhile, we're playing a team going to the playoffs, of course. All you have to do in this series is beat the Mariners. I know that feeling. I'm down. I think our team's magic number is down to 2. So I think if we just win and you beat the Mariners once, I think we are in. So this is a double-edged sword here. You guys need to beat the Mariners, and we need to frickin' win a game. But of course, we're playing the Yankees, so that's not going to happen. Honestly, I don't see us winning the division. I think we're just kind of just sitting there. If we sweep the Yankees now, that'd be great, but we're not winning the title. It's over. It's done and over with at this point. We're asking too much at that point. All right, so here's the situation. All right, we need to beat the frontrunners. If we beat the frontrunners, we might be going to the playoffs. If we lose, we jump straight into the offseason. And this is the last season for this core of players being together. We're not going to have enough money. As you can see in the budget, we only have $500K. That is not enough money available to re-sign everybody. We will need to make some tough choices and watch this team break apart. God, I really don't want to do that, but at the same time, I don't think I have a choice here. All right, enough dawdling. Let's see what happens. Tell me it's good news. Okay, we won by 1 run. That's not good enough. We needed to win by 2. We are not making the playoffs. We won. Even if the Pythons win, the Pythons beat us, they will get past the Felines and get in. But if the Pythons lose, we at least beat them. We'll finish in 3rd in the division. We are not making the playoffs this year. 12 and 12, eh? Just missed it by that much. Who had the worst season, Connor or Spool? Let's see. 344, second best year of Connor's career. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Could have been better, but it's not horrible. How did Spool do this year? 292, but he did have 10 home runs. Unfortunately, he hit a lot of them without runners on base. That's a career year for him. I'll give Spool the pass on this one. I'll take Connor's loyalty on here. That's a bummer. Senator's complimentary heat pads. There's one left. Who gets one? Ellison or Beard? Alfredo bounced back. No, he didn't. He had 214. Jesus. How did Malaya do? She won her final start. 568. She had the worst year of her career, too. But I think Beard is more disappointing, so I'm going to give Ellison the loyalty boost here. All right, well, we're not making the playoffs. Let's see if the Pythons would have won their final game. I guarantee you they don't. Colossus win, no surprise there. Spinners lose to the Clerics, that's no surprise there. Gobblers upset the Hares, doesn't matter, neither team was making the playoffs. Ancients get blown out by the Brown Bears. Pythons and Grimcats. Pythons would have won their final game, so they will get into the playoffs as the 4 seed over the Felines, who will also just miss. And the Buzzwings blow out the Grimcats, so perfect. So Colossus are the 1 seed, Buzzwings are the 2, Frontrunners are the 3, and the Pythons are the 4. So we had 3 teams from this division make the playoffs. Unfortunately, we miss it by 1 game again, just like back in year 1. On the other side, for the play conference, Bowmen are the 1 seed again. Cockatoos are making the playoffs. They're number 2 seed. Razzles are the 3, and the Brown Bears are the 4 with 14 wins. Wow, that's impressive. Clerics just miss it by 1 game at 13 wins. That was a really competitive conference this year. I think that conference is going to have the edge in the playoffs. So what's the play here? Well, we're going to go through the numbers. We're going to see how the team did. First, let's do league leaders, see who the MVP is. It is Dana Knapp from the Colossus. I believe that's their ace. Franklin Hogan, a close second with Hippie Yoder, the top offensive player. Elliot Rums, as a reliever, makes the top 10. He made the top 10 as a reliever. Holy shit, that's impressive. Way to go, Elliot. Take a bow, buddy. Wow. I've never seen a reliever crack top 10 before. That's pretty amazing. Batting, Manuel Washington won the batting title. Hippie Yoder beat out Worrymore for the home run lead, and Washington had the lead in RBIs. He was 3 off of the home run for the Triple Crown. On-base percentage, Benjamin Rounds. Slugging percentage, Spool was on there. He also was OBS. He was number 7. He just cracked over 1,000 on OBS, so he was the last person above 1,000. So it looks like Spool was our offensive leader this year. We didn't hit for a very high average this season. Spool was the only one who hit for power. We didn't drive in a lot of runs, and that's probably why we only finished at 500. Our offense was pretty dead, and our pitching just couldn't, carry us without some offensive support. No one in the hit category. Extra base hits. Spool did finish in 5th, tied for 5th. Nobody in strikeouts, thankfully. Spool was 3rd in runs scored. Hezekiah Cross cracked the top 10 in stolen bases. That is surprising. Elliot Rums, number 2 in ERA at a 1.22. He got thrown out there a lot then. Holy crap. Whip, Elliot Rums was number 8. He was also number 2 in opponent batting average. I can see now why he was in the MVP conversation. Hokie does crack the top 10 in strikeouts. Strikeouts per 9, Hokie is number 10 again. Nobody in walks per 9 and nobody in strikeout to walk ratio. Okay. Looking at the team, let's look at the stats here. Yeah, this was not a great year. Oh my God, that is so depressing. Oh dear. You're back. Welcome back. Yeah, this was a bad year. I just looked at the stats. Elliot Rums actually was number 2 in ERA. He was number 8, I think, in WHIP, or number 7. And he was like number 2 in opponent batting average. I can see why he was in the MVP conversation. And I'm looking at these numbers. I literally just turned over to this, and I'm just contemplating every step I've made. Jesus Christ, Alfredo Beard had a horrible season. He hit 214. Hesto only hit 217. Cross didn't hit for a lot of power. He hit only 229. Burnout hit 222. He did have 4 home runs. Granted, all of them were probably multi-home runs. Spool had 10 homers, but he only had 13 RBIs, so nobody in front of him got on base, but he did hit really well. Chopper had a horrible season. He hit 237. Ho was respectable, 262. Again, we didn't score a lot of runs, so I can't hold the RBI total against him, and he's not known for power, so 4 homers is actually, I think, a career year for him. Harsh hit well off the bench. He hit 300. Good for him. Nico, he had a horrible year again, hitting 233. Fishman actually hit 250, but he played in 5 games off the bench, so he didn't get a lot of playing time. Mateo Wade actually hit decently well. He had 262, 5 homers, 14 RBIs, another solid offensive year for Mateo. Tandy Deep hit 1 for 3. Jesus, this is just depressing. I don't even want to see the pitching numbers. Here we go. Hokie did all right. 3.48 ERA is not the greatest, but it's solid. That's a good year. Connor had a good year, 3.44. He went 3-3. Jude just didn't get any run support, it looks like. Jude did just crack the top 10 in strikeouts, and Frazier was 1 off of him, so he's probably like tied for 11th or something. Messiah, he had a bad year, 4.80 ERA, 2-2 record, not great. He only went 30 innings. Jesus, that's bad. That's 5 innings a start. Malaya had a horrible season, barely got through 4 innings every start, so she was consistently bad this year. Leah Collins had a bad year, probably got overworked, it looks like. Elliott Rums had a MVP, almost MVP caliber year. That was really good. Jason McPherson in 3 appearances was stellar, which is sad but true. Troy Harrison had a horrible year. He got overworked, it looks like. Luther Butters had a decent year. He didn't make a whole lot of appearances, but when he did pitch, he was all right. And they had Alfredo Beard pitch once. Oh, great. Yeah, I can see why we had a horrible season. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're going to be making some changes this year, that's for sure. Let's start the playoffs. Let's just see how things will shake out. All right, so the defending champion Buzzwings are the 2 seed. Colossus make the playoffs again. Frontrunners make it for the first time. Pythons, I think this is their 2nd year here. I think they made it back in year 1. Cockatoos make it again for the 2nd time. Razzles, I think this is their 2nd time. Brown Bears, this is their 3rd. Bowman, this is their 2nd. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Just going to quick sim this here. Buzzwings. Pythons. Ooh, okay. Cockatoos. Brown Bears again. Buzzwings are blowing out the front runners. Pythons are 1 win away from sweeping. Okay, hold on. Cockatoos win. Brown Bears lose a close one to the Bowman. Buzzwings sweep. Okay, no surprise there. Pythons upset the Colossus. Okay, that was surprising. Cockatoos win in extras. They sweep the Razzles. No surprise there. Cockatoos had a great year for once. Brown Bears have the advantage. Bowman forced game 5. And the Brown Bears upset the Bowman. Okay. Pythons and Buzzwings. Okay, this one will be interesting. Pythons, ooh, that could go either way. Damn. Cockatoos almost took that one. Pythons up 2-0. Brown Bears up 2-0. Pythons sweep. Okay, we're going to have a new champion. Hey, Wild Dog, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hopefully your day's been well. Cockatoos extend the series, looking for a win to force game 5. They lose in extras. Okay, battle of the 4 seeds. I think the Brown Bears had the better records. They have home field advantage. I think they had 14 wins. Pythons had 13. And Brown Bears up 2-0. Pythons need to win at home. They do. They extend the series. And the Brown Bears win in 4. Congratulations for the Brown Bears. The 3rd time is the charm in the playoffs. They win their 1st title. 2nd time making it to the finals for them. And good on the Pythons to make the finals for the 1st time. That's impressive. It has been? Oh, mine's been all right. Thanks for asking. Just been doing some stuff, unpacking, getting stuff, washed and put away from vacation, so. A lot of laundry, a lot of cleaning, a lot of, just a lot of household chores that need to be caught up on. All right, so the Brown Bears are the champions here in year 4, so that means it's time for the offseason. We're going to need to make some tough decisions this year. What are we going to do with this team? We know we don't have enough money to bring all of these guys back, so we are saying goodbye to a good chunk of players. The question is, which ones? Yeah, ever since we stopped taking control of Cross, he's been in a tailspin, so he's a maybe. Maybe we let him go. Burnout is burnout. He did well his 1st year without us in control of him, and then he struggled his 2nd, so he's probably due for an up year next season based on his career. Ho, this was his 2nd best season, I think. It's his best offensive year, power-wise, anyway. Paid him some money. McFreddy, he's had his best year, I think. Yep, he's ready to take over at first base, I think, but I don't know if he's starter caliber. Fishman, I think, is ready to take over from Beard, who's finally coming back down to earth after his first 3 great seasons. He had a bad year this 4th year. We'll see what the money situation looks like. Mateo Wade, he's going to want money. He's going to be 30, though, so he's the oldest man on the roster. He's had a down season, so he's due for another good one next year, I think. He's been solid, not going to lie. He hasn't been horrible. It's just he's old. That's the problem. Ed, he doesn't really play that much. He didn't even get a hit this year. He played in 2 games, so we're wasting his career, basically. Hesto, he had a horrible season. It was his worst year by far, statistically speaking, and probably a big reason why we didn't make the playoffs, because our offense was horrible. Chopper had another horrible year. Yep, I'm thinking it's time Chopper's going to go bye-bye. Tandy, he's developing. He's still young. Nico, I think it's time to say goodbye to him. He hasn't done anything. Spool, he was our offensive leader. He has to come back. Jude, okay. Jude has been getting better, so I'm okay with keeping him. He's been consistent the last 3 years, pitching about 33 innings. So he's averaging almost 6 innings a start. It's like 5 1/3, I think. Might be 5 2/3. So he's been getting better. He's the journeyman. You have to keep him. We got 208 overall pitchers. Do it for the buzzards. The Bizzards. I know what you mean, but it's still funny. Connor, what have you done? He's actually had a good year. That means he's due for a bad one based on these numbers. Connor, I think it might be a little bit overrated. Malaya, horrible season. Absolutely horrible season. Like, she's never been good, so. She's been decent. She's never been good. So maybe Malaya can go. Crying show called See No Evil? Yes, I have. I have watched a few episodes of that, actually. It's on the, what's that channel called? Is that the Discovery? It's not Discovery. Oh, my God. I know the channel. I know the show. I have seen the show. I just don't remember what the network is called. It's not A&E. Ah, okay. Got it. Presidente. CI, got it. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know the show. I have seen the show. It's a good show. Love it. There was. I did see that episode. That was a good episode. Not gonna lie. That was good. It was good. Messiah had his worst year of his career. Okay. But he is 22. I would rather keep him over Ellison, I think, if I had to. Collins hasn't really developed much in the series. She's coming off her worst year. She's never been anything special. That's the problem. She has a great trait, but she's never been like anything special to write home about. And she's the oldest pitcher in our bullpen. Right outside the subway. Yep, I know exactly where that is, too. Harrison, he's never been good. Never. He had one good year. He's been absolutely ass this entire series. I think Troy can go bye-bye if we have to. Elliott's definitely staying. We're not touching him. Luther can stay. He's developing actually really well in this series. He's actually been getting playing time now, and this was the most playing time he's had this entire series. He was really good. When he's had to pitch, he's pitched well. These 2 years, he didn't really pitch that much, so can't hold these 2 years against him. So really, he's pitched 2 out of the 4 years, and he's done well when we've asked him to pitch, so. McPherson, he didn't really play. He's been through 3 teams. He was on the front runners last 2 years, really. That surprises me. This was the most pitching he's done in his career. Why not? I was looking for me on TV. I think that might have been before my time. Either that was before my time or it was on a day that I wasn't working. I'm familiar with the case. I was not on that case. Yeah, so I think there are a few cuts. I think Ellison is a definite maybe. Collins, Harrison for sure. Maybe Connor. Maybe. Thinking about it. That surrounded trait just never goes away, and it's pretty bad in the sim from what I've noticed. And, like, we need to free up money. I think Chopper can go because he's being paid $14 million. He's our highest paid offensive player, and he's done nothing. Hezekiah Cross, as it pains me to say that, we might be looking to get rid of him as well. Same reason. He didn't do well. He's being paid a whole bunch of money. Didn't do anything. Mateo Wade, age. Alfredo Beard, regression. And Hesto, he didn't do anything either, and he's being paid a bunch of money. So, what a smartest thing to say by myself. And I think Nico is also going to be a casualty as well. Those would be my choices. Let's see what the situation looks like here. Okay. So Malaya wants to stay. She doesn't want any more money because she knows how bad she did. That's actually pretty good for us because her valuation's actually not that high. Spool is 100% on board. Easy re-sign. He's getting overpaid. Easy re-sign. I'm not losing him. Chopper's getting grossly overpaid as well, and his is more egregious than Spool is. But at least Spool delivered. Chopper didn't do shit. So, I think he's got to go. Ho is being paid exactly what he wants. He had a good year. Not going to hold that against him. Ho did really well. This was his best season. So I think he needs to stay. Plus, we need the money, indeed. Yeah, so Chopper's going to go. I don't see the need to keep him. Let's see. Next up is Harsh. Harsh had his best offensive year. He can come back. We're going to keep him where he is because he's underpaid. Malaya, I think she's going to go. I don't see a reason to keep her. I'm just not feeling it. We need money. Who's the next 100? Ho, he's going to stay. He's fine. He did well. All right, so that's all people at 100%. Now we do the 90s. So we got 98 here for Beard. Because he underperformed, he knows he's in deep doo-doo. Mateo, he knows he's getting older. He knows he's not going to get this much money from anybody else. I am surprised he is at 98 with how cheap he's being paid. So that leads me to believe we can keep Mateo because he's being grossly underpaid and he doesn't want any extra money. So we're going to roll this, keep him where he is since it's 98. I thought it would be a lot worse. He should take this, and he does, so that's good. So we don't need to find a third baseman this year. That's great. I'll keep Mateo another year. He did well. Beard, Alfredo's a tough one because he had a good year last year. He had a bad year this year in the sim. He did the same amount of power output, had way less hits. And really, by saying that, he actually played in 2 less games than he did the year prior. He only had 70 at-bats, but he only got 15 hits. Literally, a 6-hit difference dropped his batting average by 80 points. Plus, he's 27. And I think Cole's ready to take over as the starter. I think we're wasting the Fishman's career right now. And I'm not as attached to Alfredo as I am to Cole. Looking at their play styles here, Cole, obviously, they both can play shortstop now. Cole finally learned how to do that. Their fielding is the same. The arm is better on Beard, so he can actually play at shortstop if necessary. Contact is the same, basically. Power is the edge to Beard. Speed is the edge to Fishman. There's their difference. Honestly, I think Cole is the better traits, and I think he's going to be more useful down the line. So I'm going to keep Cole. I'm going to let Alfredo go. I can't afford both of them, so I got to let one go. I'm going to let Beard go, and I'm going to pay Cole what he wants. He wants 8.6. He's worth 9.3. I'll do that. I'll give you your extra $3 million, Cole. It's time to get you some playing time, buddy. Let the Fishman eat. All right, 99. Jude Hokey. Easy re-sign. Easy re-sign. I ain't even got to ask no questions. You can have this one. Come on, Jude. Come on back. Connor's 55%. He's leaning from going away. I don't have the money to pay him what he wants, and his loyalty's low, so I'm going to let Connor go. Messiah, I get a good feeling about Messiah. I think he has a lot left in the tank. I think he's going to want to stay. He's got really good traits. I think he's going to continue to develop. I'm going to give him his asking price, and we're going to move on. Moving into, let's see, where are the other 90s here? There is Leah, who knows I'm leaning towards getting rid of her. She has a really good trait. It's like she's never been good, but the trait is great. Who are we losing? We're losing Ellison, that's disciplined. We're losing Connor, that's spirited. So spirited's already in tier 2. Chopper spirited, we're down in tier 2. Beard is a scholarly, so scholarly's got 1 less. Okay. All right, so right now, Collins' clutch trait is at tier 2. I don't know if I'm going to put it back in tier 3. We'll have to see. Because we have a lot of discipline traits on this team. I think I'll keep her for now. And we'll see where this goes. We're at 92%. I'll offer. I'll risk it. It's above 90. I'll risk it. Yes. Perfect. Thank you, Leah. Troy, Troy, you've been absolute ass, dude. You infuriate me, Troy. I gave you the second chance, and you've absolutely spit on it. You haven't done anything with it. Like, I can't keep making excuses for you, bro. Get out. Plus, I got to pay Elliot, so. Jason McPherson, he's really cheap. Let's just give him the money he's asking for. Dude is not getting to play. I might as well just pay the man. Luther, he wants 4.6. He's worth 4.2. It's because of how low his loyalty is. I'm going to have to overpay him. I'm just going to re-sign him. Elliot, I'm going to release him and reset his loyalty. Rums, we're definitely going to pay him. I'm going to give him the money he wants. He had an almost MVP caliber year. We got 44 for 5 people. That's true. 3, 4. Right now it's 6 people. Okay. All right, Tandy, he wants 5.7. He's worth 5.2. I'm going to risk this, offer it, see what he says. If he walks, we can always re-sign him. I figured as much. See you later, Tandy. Nico, I can't do it, Nico. I can't do it. You've never been anything good in this series. I've got to let you walk, bro. You're a great defensive player, but, dude, you're just so fucking frustrating. Get out. I love you, Nico, but you got to go, bro. All right, so that leaves Ed, Hesto, Cross, and Oliver. Okay, 4 left. All right, his traits are decent. He's a disciplined player. Okay, all right. He doesn't want terribly much more money. He didn't do very well. I'm going to offer his current salary. He doesn't deserve a pay increase. Okay. Excellent. Okay, Cross, what do you want? Your loyalty's low because I got pissed at you during the season for doing nothing. I gotta risk this. I can't give you the pay increase. You didn't do well. You haven't done well since I stopped playing. Since I stopped playing the games, bro, you've hit a collective 225. No. You haven't even hit half the home runs I hit, actually. You hit 11, I hit 17. Okay, you hit a decent amount of home runs, but no. You haven't come near the production I gave you those first 2 years. So I'm going to offer you what you're making right now. You don't deserve the pay increase. Okay, sweet. Didn't have to get rid of him. All right, Burnout. What am I going to do with you and Ed? That's the question. Ed's nothing special. Just offer what he's making now. He didn't even really play this past season, so. Okay, thank God. All right, perfect. And last one is Burnout. Do I pay him money or do I risk it? That is the question. He had a horrible year. Hit 222. He did have 16 RBIs, but that's because he hit he had a grand slam. I know he had a 3-run homer. He had a lot of multi-home runs. Like, his home runs were multi-runs, so that's why his RBI total is so high. Infuriating. And literally, 6-hit difference dropped his batting average by 70 points. So, it's Burnout. Risk it. Very true. It is Burnout. Plus, we already have a great catcher in Ho. If we have to get a backup, it's not the end of the world. Plus, his loyalty's a 96. That should help. Yeah, all right. The catcher core is back, baby. All right, so we don't need a catcher this year. We don't need a first baseman. We don't need a starting caliber second baseman. I think we can get a backup middle infielder and get away with it. We don't need a third baseman. We don't need a shortstop. We need a left fielder. We need a center fielder. We need a backup outfielder. We need 2 starting pitchers and 2 relievers, it looks like. I think we're trying to re-sign Butters. Harrison, I'm just going to let he can leave. I don't care about him. I don't think I can afford Connor, so we're going to let him walk. And Ellison, I don't think I'm going to bring her back. No, just too bad. Okay, so what did we lose? So right now we're down 1 spirited, 1 scholarly, 1 disciplined, 2 spirited, 3 spirited, 4 spirited, 5 spirited, 2 scholarly. So right now scholarly is in tier 1. Disciplined is at tier 2 still. There's 3 players left. Spirited lost 5. It is in tier 1 right now. Competitive was not touched. And Crafty was not touched. So Crafty is still in tier 2. Competitive is still at tier 2. Okay. And what traits did we lose? We lost 1 Crafty trait. 1 disciplined, 1 scholarly. 2 Crafty. So we have 1 Crafty trait left. We lost 1 spirited. 2 spirited, 1 competitive, 2 disciplined, so that's down to 6. 1 scholarly, that's down to 5, and another competitive, that's down 2, I think. Yeah. Okay, so competitive is at 5, spirited is at 5, disciplined is at 6, scholarly is at 5, and crafty is at 1. So we can avoid crafty players. We don't need any of those. Let's go. Start the off-season. All right, any retirements this season? All right, so we do have a couple. Donovan Bradley from the Colossus retires. It's one of their starters. Forrest Moody, one of the starters from the Bowman, retires. Cash Mad, picked up by the Cockatoos, their center fielder, he retires. And reliever Shiloh Berg from the Felines retires as well. No surprises there. I think the most surprising one is Mad at only 34, but everyone else was 39 or older, so no surprises for the retirements mostly. All right, let's get a plan together for what we're trying to do here. We're looking at youth, and we're looking at middle infield. We're looking for a backup, either second or shortstop. Either or works. Lewis Ponce jumps off the page right there. He is a crafty player, though, so he's probably not one we'll look at too closely. Love Bolt. That is interesting. I've never seen a second baseman and a first baseman. That is the first time I think I've ever seen that. That is an interesting randomly generated person. Memphis Colbert, utility player. We already have Hesto Reliable, so we don't really need another utility player. He is spirited, though, which would help, but that's not where a majority of our traits are. I think majority of our traits are spread evenly between competitive, spirited, and disciplined, and scholarly, actually. I think they're all pretty spread between 5 and 6, so we could go any direction with these moves. All right, right now we're definitely looking at backup middle infield. That's 1. We need a left fielder. We need a center fielder. We need a backup outfielder. We need 2 starting pitchers and 2 relievers. So I think we either need a backup level second baseman or backup level shortstop. Starting left field, starting center field. Backup outfielder can be any position as long as they play all 3 of them. Let's see. And then we need 2 starting pitchers, 2 relievers. Left fielders and center fielders? Okay, yeah. Ooh, Beefley Bennett. Okay, interesting. Interesting. That's backup level. I'll take that. Colbert, okay. Good fielder, not a great hitter. Same thing with Bennett. He's not a good fielder. He's a decent fielder, but he's got great speed. So does Colbert. They're the same age, too, so they both fill the same role, basically. Let's see, shortstop. Let's scroll through that real quick on the way to the left fielders. Warren Ho. Oh, yeah, that's a defensive guy if I've ever seen one. Not bad. 27, so he's never going to be on the field as a starter. Okay, I can see that. Marcus Powell would fit the bill. He's a good backup fielder. Reese Roberts, he's nothing great. I'm going to pass on him. Powell looks decent. Who else? Beefley is the guy who we dropped. Is he? I don't remember ever having him, did we? No, Beard is the guy we dropped. We dropped Alfredo. Yep, there we go. Micah Strong is way too good. Eric Woodard, no, he'd just be taking play. They both be taking play time from Cole. Shark Gilbert, no, hell no. Roberts is a no. Velos, pass. Okay, I think that's it on that. Yeah, Kendall Tyler's old, so no thanks. All right, left field. Here we go. We need starting caliber left field. Well, Tandy Deep, obviously, he'd be an option to re-sign as a backup outfielder. He's an option. He doesn't need to be the pick. Pork Brant. There's a pinch runner with RBI, hero, and bat ball hitter. Same type, yeah. Petrie. Oh, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this. Schlenkowitz. Holy Toledo, that's a great starting left fielder. Bucket Paul. Okay, that would be backup level, but he can only play left field, so I can't really go for him. I don't see the reason. Okay. Schlenkowitz, 12.4. He's been in the league a while, it looks like. Where's he been? The Cockatoos. Okay, so they've done nothing for his career, basically. He's underperformed both seasons, it looks like. So this would be his third year in the league. Okay. Interesting. He hasn't been injured. He's played every game both years he's been in the league. Okay. Interesting. He's really good, really well-rounded player, too. I like that. Brand, I'm going to say no. He's a pinch runner, basically. That's all he is. He just has good traits attached to him. It's a trick. He's trying to get us to buy him. Dozer Parsons, I would say, is all right. There's Chopper. We're probably not going to re-sign old Chopper, but I'd like to see where he ends up going. Winston Todd. He's a good hitter. Carla Marsh. Well-rounded outfielder. I like that. Can't run. She'd be an all right starter, I think, in left field. I think she's undervalued. I don't like Parsons. No, he's too low rated at 24. He's already a C at 24 years old. I need a little bit more at that level. You need to be at least a C plus or a B minus for me to consider that, I think. Which is why Tandy's running out of time at 23. He's already a C plus. If he doesn't get to a B minus next year, I could just leave him. He's a failed development anyway. Willa McGuire, nothing really stands out there. Sammy Medina has rally starter. He's really well-rounded. The only thing he doesn't do well is field. So basically he's Chopper, just a lower level and cheaper option of Chopper. Malachi Forrest would be a decent backup, but Whiffer and first pitch prayer are bad. Trail Gordon, good fielder, good contact. That's about it. Carter Tamayo, no thanks. Herpy Robbins. Makes me think of Herpy Nixon. Good old Herpy Nixon. Cairo Baxter, no thanks. I don't think we're going to find anything else here. Yep. All right, so center field. We have Adrian Long. Only thing he can't do is throw. All right, that's a good start. $9 million's not bad for a 19-year-old. And he'd already be an upgrade over Nico, offensively speaking, so that's good. Damon Plows. Probably not a starter. He's a pinch runner with power. Okay. Not seeing it. Nico, there he is. I'll see where he goes. I'm probably not going to re-sign him just because of how poorly he's done. Milo Poole, no thanks. I'm not seeing it. Nimbus Jackson. That could be a starter in center field for a season or two just till we build up a young guy who can take over maybe. Especially if we don't like the options that are available. Milo Poole, okay, elite level contact and speed, decent fielder, decent arm. Why are you an A overall? I don't see it. You're propped up by your contact and speed. You're egregiously overpriced for basically nothing. I like Jackson. Harvey, I'm not... Harvey's all right. Whiffer scares me. I'll put him down for a maybe. Yusef Estes. Probably going to regress. McDonald's a no. Fleep Schlubby. Interesting name. That's about it. Marcelo Chan is 36 already and he's a B minus. He's probably at the end of his career. Hamza Ayala, B plus, is 39-year-old. Good traits, but we know he's going to get worse. Quinto's a no. All right, so Quinto starts right field. So this is looking at backup possible options. Colt Quinto is volatile. That's scary, but in the right hands of the right player, like Wade, it works out well. So he's Cole Salmon with decent fielding, decent above-average speed, and a good arm. Not a great arm, but a good arm. I like him. I think he's got some spunk for him. I think he'd be a decent backup. Lenny Shannon. Okay, he can play all the outfield positions. That's good, but he can't field, so that's a pass for me. Bro Roden, solid name. Can play corner outfield. Can't play all three. But looking at this skill set, I would sacrifice that for this. That's pretty good. Forrest Harrell, it's too low rated. Nyla Straining, 26-year-old at C+. No thanks. Bradley Wells, he'd be a starter, not what I'm looking for. Same with Dawson and King. King is a maybe. 32, You can't field, though. That scares me. Lucas is a no. Spicy Baxter's a no. Henry is a no. I think, all right, we'll put King on there because there aren't any other options. Okay, so we got some options. We got some good options. Let's move to pitching. So we know we need 2 starters and 2 relievers. Youngest options right now, Quentin Spears. He's elite. He's got great accuracy, great junk, but no velo. Okay. Has elite changeup. Alex Gentry, K neglector. Ooh, pass. Hard pass. Geis Buckley, walk prone. Ugh. It's good across the board. Can't lie. There is some talent here, but yeesh, that's rough. All right, so we have Nelson Olson, who could be a number 4. Same with Josiah Handspringer. Wow, what a name. Both crafty. I wish they had different specialties. Connor and Ellison are here. Let's see. I think I'll start both of these guys. They look pretty good. Olsen, I think, is the better player. He has a trait, the elite 4-seamer. He's got good velocity and average junk and accuracy, so he's at a better starting point. Handspringer has good junk, only average velo, below average accuracy. I think he's in a sim. I think he's in a tougher spot. Ronan Wheeler with Rally Stopper and Elite Slider. Okay, this would be a definite cheap option if all else fails, so I'm going to star that. That is promise. Definitely being propped up by his traits for sure. This is probably like a C overall pitcher. Knapp, too expensive. Espinosa's too expensive, I think. Otis Mann's definitely too expensive. Damon French has surrounded. Okay, that's bad. But that might be what we're looking for as a back end of the rotation piece. I'll watch him. I think maybe we could get rid of that surrounded on a random roll. I think we could do it. Tropicus, way too expensive, I think. Hill and Tran, definitely way too expensive. Luca Regulation. Okay, Clutch is a good trait. That's about all he is. He's being propped up by that. He should be a C+. Drew Sicily, no. Workhorse is great, but crossed up is horrible. McKenzie, decent back end of the rotation option if all else fails. Latoya Oldham, accuracy's way too low. Cowie Leo, K neglector, no thanks. Fawn Bale, okay, finally leaving. Adeline Pratt, way too expensive, I think. Evergreen Steady, 31. Okay, all else fails kind of guy. Mackey, too low rated, I think. Too expensive. Blaze is too expensive. Rake Vadamakia, no thanks. Stimulated's almost never going to activate it on a starting pitcher. It's kind of a waste of a trait. Mohamed Thrutzi. Great traits on him, but he's going to be way too expensive. King Shaftesbury. Love it. He's definitely being propped up by his traits. This is a C+ pitcher for sure. Caleb Brazon, no thanks, 35. Bernd Sormore, 36, no thank you. Morrison, 38. Parasi, 39. Okay, long relievers. We have Gurney Corvette, mop-up guy if I've ever seen one, but we already have McPherson, so... Roll's kind of already taken there, Corvette. Wrong year to be in free agency as a rookie. Marsh, not feeling it. Rossi, yeah, no thanks. Way too one note of a pitcher, plus only 3 pitches. I already have that with Collins. I'd like to have at least 4 pitches on him. Lindsey Ho, okay, rookie reliever. I can work with that. Definitely developable. She's probably like the worst case scenario option. Silas Phillips has clutch. That's good on a reliever. Walk prone, scary. That's a good starting point, though. It's C+, not bad. Tyree Conway, no traits. Okay, that's a downside. Flavio Graham. I can see where the clutch is on that one. Well, there's Butters. There's Harrison. I'll star him, but I'm not getting him. I'm definitely taking Graham. Simmons, too expensive. Perez. Surrounded but volatile. Ooh, scary combination. Especially with really low accuracy. Ooh, Surrounded's going to tank that in the dirt. No thanks. Bungalow, 27. Specialist, but easy jumps. That's a decent trade-off. I can work with that. Proctor, too much money. Hancock, too much money. Plows, a good one-year rental option. Danger Buckley, okay. Too much money. Esposito, choker and meltdown. Get out. Yuppers, consistent but surrounded. What is with all these guys having surrounded? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Case Shaw, ooh, really good. I like specialist and rally stopper. That's a good combination. Beast Narwhal, or Bestie Narwhal, depending on how you pronounce it. I think it's Beastie Narwhal. Reed McDonough, accuracy's too low. Narwhal at least has 4 pitches. I can work with that. Zariah Precious, great name. Being propped up by her traits, I think this is a B- level pitcher. Roberts, no thank you. Gongham, pass, 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 pass. Erickson is a one-year rental kind of option. Getting a bit of a discount. Barrett's a pass. Glass is a pass. Harrell, 42 and still kicking. Pass. Cody Barnes. Okay, now we're in the closer section. No thanks. Leon Radical is 30. He'd be a one-year rental. Okay. 2 pitches. Walter, fuck no. Surrounded the meltdown. Get out. Testa. Easy jumps, but clutch. Too much money. Glass, no thanks. And Roundhouse, no thanks. They're all overpriced. I think only Radical would be the only option I would consider in that camp. All right, so let's sim through. We know the drill. Sim through the first couple rounds. See what happens. And they also get Kendall Tyler. Pythons get Marcelo Chan, Kaylee Bradley to the front runners. All right, nothing special other than the guys who were like being underpaid because they've been sitting in the free agent pool for so long. Nothing in the next 5 rounds, it looks like. Make it 6. Make it 7. Oh, there was one pickup here in round 9. And the Brown Bears went out and got Lennon Hill. Okay, so they paid the money for an ace pitcher. Defending champs make the first move. And that was really the only move through the first 10 rounds. Okay. So we have $55 million. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 openings. Okay. We need to be very, very careful with this money. Okay. So Beard is still here, which is surprising. Ponce, we got a little bit of time on him. Same with Colbert. Bennett, okay, same kind of guy. All right. Yeah, okay. He's actually the closest to being signed, but he's very, very cheap, so I don't think anyone's going to be looking at him, like, immediately. I think they're going to look at the starter-level guys first. Warren Ho at 27, okay. We got Marcus Powell. He'd be a decent backup option as well. Probably one of the best B-minuses I think I've ever seen. That's it there, okay. Chopper's still out there. Schlenkowitz is still out there as well. Carla Marsh would be a good option. Still there. Dandy Deep is still out there. He's getting close. Harvey, Jackson, and Long. Okay, they're all still here. King, Roden, and Quinto are also still here. Okay. So, yeah, nothing to report on the offensive side of things. No one's, like, egregiously close to the money that they're looking for. All right. Buckley, decent. I like Buckley. Walk prone is scary, but he's got good ratings. It balances it out a bit. He's 0.8, 0.9, 0.7. 0.5 and 0.7, okay. 0.9 on McKenzie. 0.6 on Wheeler. 0.9 on Steady. 0.6. Okay, so the closest one is Shaw. He's at 0.6. He's the one I'm most worried about losing. 0.9 and 0.8 is close. 0.9, 0.9. Glass is already underpaid, so he's probably going to go soon. Bungalow. Plows is close to 0.5. Okay. Phillips. Butters is almost down there. Okay. And Howe. All right. Okay. And 21, good chance to lose it. This is true. 21 years old, good choice to lose. I think I'm going to risk just one. Let's see what happens on the one. All right, there goes Kareem Sanford, elite level catcher. You got Cody Barnes, the best closer available. Okay. That's it. Okay, so we didn't nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. There we are. 20-year-old for Ponce. He's close. Bennett's 24. Okay. 21. Yeah, Schlenkowitz is the one that we're worried about. He's, yeah, at A-. It's him and Shaw that are definitely the two closest to being picked away from us, I think. The only holdup I have about going with Schlenkowitz is not much of a drop-off from Chopper price-wise, so we're not saving a whole bunch of money. That's the only reason I haven't immediately jumped on grabbing him. And plus we have Carla Marsh, who would be a decent backup option. It's a little bit of a drop-off from Chopper. Let's see. Comparing these traits-wise, let's see. Power gets edge to Chopper. Contact, edge to Marsh, actually. Chopper has way more speed, but she's a much better fielder, and their arm is equivalent. So really, it's not that much of a drop-off. I am very surprised Marsh is only a B overall. She's actually a very solid player. I think the only reason she's valued so little is because she's 27. I think we're getting a discount if we go get Carla Marsh as a starter. Long at 19. I think we can ride that, I think, one more time, I think. Maybe one. He's also the risk one of losing as well, just because of how young he is. These guys, they're so low level, I'm not worried about it. If they get picked, oh well. Especially with Dane King. Who's looking at a 32-year-old backup outfielder? I mean, come on. There we go. Connor 0.4, Buckley 0.5, 0.6. Parassi's already underpaid. Damon French, okay. 0.4. Getting a little hairy here, guys. Getting a little hairy. Olsen's close as well. 0.2. Ooh. I think we could snap up Olsen next round and maybe steal him when no one's looking. I think we could definitely steal him. Shaw's 0.3. Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close on some of these guys. It's gonna get a little hairy here in a second. It's about to be fun. Oh boy. All right, here we go. One more. Boom. What happened? Okay, so that is Schlenkowitz. I saw that right away. Brown Bear. The defending champs. Wow, they knew who to pick. They went for him. Brown Bears ain't messing around. They want that repeat. I like that. That's a smart move by the AI. I'm impressed by that, actually. Is he really the only person who got signed? Seriously? Oh, okay, thank God. I don't feel as bad now. Simmons, okay. Underhanded, he's going to the Gobblers. All right, Chopper. Great job for us, buddy. Go ahead, go get you some money. Go play for the Gobblers. Last place team, they were the worst team in that conference. Maybe they can rally around you and go back to the playoffs, eh? All right, so we're definitely going to go get Marsh then, because we're going to need her, because she's really the only other option left in left field I actually like as like a starter. Everyone else is just kind of meh. That's disappointing. I didn't think they would take Schlenkowitz then. I thought they would take him like next round. Plus, I love saying his name, Schlenkowitz. Oh, crap. Oh, well. It happens. We can't predict when that's going to happen, honestly. I'm still not good at it, and I've been playing this for, what, over 200 plus episodes now? Across all series. Like, yeah, it is what it is at this point. Ho and Powell are basically almost at their price point, but they're older, so I think they're going to get passed on. Carla Marsh. Looking at the other options, Trail Gordon's the best option in left field, but he's nothing. He is a switch hitter. I'll give him that. He's a utility player. He can play left and right field, but again, he can field. He can hit for contact. That's about it. And there's nothing special about this guy. I don't know how he's a B+. He's probably being propped up by that fielding and contact rating. Carter Tamayo, he has a lead-level contact. He can't run. Fielding is only a passable. Power is passable. Arm is eh. Winston Todd, I mean, he can play infield. Good for him. Fastball hitter is a good trait. Mind gamer's all right, but nothing. He's just an offensive hitter. He's basically an offensive player. That's all he does. He doesn't field well. His speed is horrible. His arm is average. Honestly, Carla Marsh is probably the best option here in left field. I'm glad I found her. I mean, Porkbrand is interesting at 23 with those traits, but he's being propped up by them. The only thing he does is run, so he's a pinch runner off the bench. That's all he does. I would not start him every day in left field. I think Carla Marsh is the best option here, so we're going to go ahead and grab her, give her a little bit extra money because, well, we just lost everybody in left field, so we're definitely saving money. We're paying about half of what we were paying Chopper last year, so that's a really good deal for us. I think we can risk it a little bit on these guys. They're a little low rated. Plus, we still got a lot of A's and B pluses on the board, so I don't mind waiting. Same for these B minus guys who are 27 and 28. I don't think anyone's looking at them. I think we'll be able to sneak them down a little bit lower. Tandy Deep, definitely no one's looking at him. I'm not worried about losing him right now. Center field is the next question mark. I think this is where we need to make a starter pick. Obviously, Adrian Long is the best for longevity purposes. He is going to be a bit overpaid. All these guys actually will be compared to what Nico is making. Long is going to be the cheapest. He's already under 10 mil. I think he can develop up to where the other guys are. I mean, his fielding's already on level with both of them. He's actually the best in that category. Speed is already better than Jackson's. Contact is a little on the lower side, but he has more power than both of them already. Yes, honey? Okay, honey, 1 second. All right, so we're going to need to speed run this real quick. I think he's going to be a step up from Jennings, so we're going to get Long here. He's just going to take center. Can't play any other position, but I like what he's got. I do love my wife, indeed. All right, right field, backups. We just have backups on the board, I think, so we are fine with waiting a couple rounds on them before going and getting them. We're not going to get Harvey. We're not going to get Jackson here. Jennings, we're just seeing where he goes. Tandy's still on the board, yeah. Second baseman, we're working on that. Moving to pitching. We got Olsen. I think we can snatch Olsen here. He's actually at his value, so we can actually sneak this guy in here. He's definitely going to be a undercut under Frazier for sure, so let's just pick him up now. Give him that. And then relievers. Okay, relievers. There we go. Let's see. We got Buckley, 10-8. That's going to be expensive. Ellison still here. I like Damon French. I think he's going to be an interesting choice. I think we can get him a little bit lower. McKenzie is all right. She's nothing special. Handspringer is a backup option if necessary. I'm not a fan of Steady anymore. We can get rid of him. Wheeler, he's being propped up by his traits. We can get rid of him. Shaw, I think, is going to be overpaid. Graham, I think we can wait one. I think I can wait one round on these guys. It's hard to tell with these relievers. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, reliever is the hardest one to judge, I think, because they're so underpaid compared to, like, starting pitchers in other positions. You just can't judge where they're going to get picked up at. Those are starters, indeed. I do like Bungalow. I like Plows as well. And I kind of want Luther back as well. So maybe we re-sign Luther and then just go pick one of the other guys and just bring them in. We can wait on it, though. All right, we're going to wait one more round. Let's just see what happens. All right. Testa, okay. Shark Gilbert, Terry Nixon, Marsh, Mann, Proctor, Tran. Okay, so nobody we were looking at, which is very surprising. Let's see, what do we got? Bennett, he'd be a good backup option behind Cole. Hey, all he does is run, though. He doesn't really offer much off the bench. Ho and Powell are both under their price points. I like both of them. They both would be good options, I think. Ho, more of a defensive option. Powell is more of a power bat off the bench, but he's also a good fielder if we have to shove him in the field. We can come back to both of them. I think we can wait another round. They're really low rated. Same with Tandy Deep III. I have no rush on him. He's at his price point. I doubt anyone comes to get him. We do still have King, Rodin, and Quinto. I like Rodin as a bench option. He looks pretty good, even though he can only play right and left. King, I think, is a little old for the ratings, I think. Quinto, extreme power bat with volatile. That's scary. Yeah, I think we wait on these guys. $8.5. I don't know. I think we can go one more round on French. I think the surrounded thing is going to drive him down a bit in price. Graham, I don't think we can get away with. I think we have to get... If we're going to take Graham, we need to get him now. I definitely think we need to get him now because 21, he's already under his price. He's just at his price point with clutch. That's a pretty good trait. Ooh, I think Graham's the pick here. I think Graham's the pick. Get him for Troy. Okay. There we go. Let's see. We're still thinking on our last starting pitcher. We do not need Shaw. We don't need Erickson. We're leaving Troy on there to see where he goes. Bungalow, I don't think we'll need. We won't need Plows either. Now it's just between Luther. Luther's at his price. I think we can wait another round. I think we can sneak this one through a bit. All right, Connor Frazier's going to the Felines. Thank you, Connor, for your contributions. He's in the other conference. He's in our conference, but he's in the other division, so that's good. Knapp, Barneswobble, Gangnam, Lucas, Thurtsy, Larson, Walters, Kirk, Poole, Savage, Martinez. That's Burke, Sullivan, Strong, Robbins, Dubs, Hancock, Pratt, Espinoza, Buckley, Booker, Woodard, Benwood, Gordon, and Wells. Okay. A lot of moves, but not a lot of guys we were looking at. Okay. I'm liking it. 7.5 and 7.6. That's a lot of money for a backup now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe Ponce and Colbert, I think, are a little too overpaid. Yeah, and Bennett would be a good backup, but all he does is run. He has Sprinter, which would help, but base rounder, a little iffy on that one. Ho and Powell are decently good backup options, I think. Both are at negative 0.2. Not a lot of high-level guys are left. I want to say we can go one more round on him and then maybe grab him. Tandy's below his price point, too. I think we can go another round on him. Try to get him like $500,000 under, maybe. Pro Rodin. He's really good, though. Shucks. Pitchers. Come on. Speed run. McKenzie. French is decent. McKenzie, we have Hanspringer as well. Yeah, I think we can go one more round. Just one more. All right, so there's Bale. Buckley, who we were looking at. Okay, he went to the Hares. Baxter. Herpy Robbins. Gentry. Okay. Zhang. Bryan. Or no, that's Sicily, sorry. Fernandez, Pennington, Grips, Scott, Roundhouse, Blaze, Tropicus, and Shaw. Again, none of the guys we're looking at. Okay. I'm doing well with this, I think. I think Marcus Powell is going to be the option here. I think he's going to be the pick. He's 0.4 under what he should be making. 6'4" puts us really low, I think. Ooh. Bennett would be the cheaper option, though. I don't know. French, McKenzie, Handspringer. Scaring me. Yeah, we don't have a lot of money. We got to do this. Make it quick. Butters. We can get Luther now, I think. We can definitely take him. Yeah, let's pick Luther up. Get him at a discount. Perfect. We're still paying him a little bit extra money, but that's fine. It's Luther. Come on. He needs a little bit extra money. Let's see. We have 19 mil left. We still have how many openings? 3. Okay, 19 million across 3 players, getting a bench option here, and a starter here. We already have... I don't know. We're not going to have a lot of money left, but I don't want to like waste all of it. Handspringer, I think, might be the pick. French is at -3 as well. I don't know if 8 mil is the right option, though. I'm annoyed at this. You know, I think we're going to have to make some sacrifices here. I think we go Beefley Bennett. That's going to save money there. Baird will star, see where he goes. Nico, we're going to see where he goes as well. I love Bro Roden, but I think that's just too much money to spend on a backup. Like 6 mil, I think, is too much. Tandy's at 0.3 below, making 4.9. I think maybe we can get him here. A little bit of an upgrade, but yeah, we should be able to work with that. And then just got to get a reliever. Or no, we got to get a starting pitcher. That's right. Just make sure I don't have anyone else start. Yeah, I had Quino start. Okay. And then pitchers. Alright, we need a starter pitcher. There we go. We either go French and spend most of the money, or we go Handspringer and have a little bit left over. I think we go Handspringer. I think we need to save as much money as possible at this rate. French is a rookie, surprisingly, at 26. I think Handspringer is as well. Yep, he is. Okay. But I think he's the pick. I think he's the pick, yeah. Give me Handspringer. We'll start him here at the back end of the rotation as we rebuild a little bit. That leaves us with 3.6 mil left over. We can sim the rest of the offseason, see where the other guys that are left out in free agency end up going. We're saying goodbye to, obviously, we already lost Chopper underhanded. We are going to lose Nico Jennings, Alfredo Beard. We are losing Harrison and Ellison. And we already lost Connor Frazier as well, so... At least we got some guys back, but at the same time, I think we had to make some sacrifices based on performance issues and just, you know, had to let certain players go. So it is unfortunate, but that is the unfortunate part of having to do business here in this kind of series. Eventually, with a very young team like that, you're going to run out of money, and you will need to sacrifice players for your budget. And we did get a little bit back this year. We went up $3.1 million, but it's still not a lot. But we did keep most of the team, which is impressive. I really thought we were going to lose more than that. All right, so let's get up to where we finished. I just want to see where these guys ended up going here. A little bit more. I think we are almost there. Yeah, we're almost where we were. I think there it is. Okay, so after this is where everything stopped. All right, so Harrison, Troy, you didn't really do much in the series, but he's going to the Bowmen, who were the #1 seed in that conference last year. So he's going to be seeing Chopper underhanded. They're in the same division. Malaya Ellison, Buzzwings, the division rivals. Ah, Malaya. I'm going to enjoy this now. Hopefully we can absolutely clock you this season. That would be awesome. Who else we got? Where are the other guys? Beard is still out there. Let's see. Keep going. Keep going. Beard went to the Razzles. Okay, that was a playoff team. They made it to the semis. No, they went to the quarters. They lost in the first round of not the Brown Bears. They lost to the Cockatoos. So he's on a playoff team. He's in the other conference. Where's Nico? I'm still waiting for Nico to show up. Where are you, big guy? Felines. He's a teammate. He's a teammate with Connor Frazier. Look at that. Oh, the two of them stuck together. How nice. But nice to see them all get picked up at least. So they will all be on a team this year, it looks like. I don't think there's any other guys left. I'm just going to scroll here real quick, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. All right, I'm going to scroll through the free agent pool, make sure nobody got released that got picked up. Let's see here real quick. No one there. Make sure none of our guys got released accidentally by somebody. No, they're all still here. Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for this offseason, guys. We did lose a couple more players this offseason, but it is what it is. It's time for a change of scenery, leave the hills, and go to another park. Indeed, that would be interesting. Soccer is a good place. I mean, it's not like we're ever going to see the field, so considering this is now just a sim series, we're not really going to play anywhere else. But yeah, I think if we do play another game, I should change the team's home stadium. I don't know if I can do that from here. I might be able to, actually, in the off-screen, so maybe I can do that between episodes, just in case we ever get frisky and feel like we should jump in and watch, the final game of the finals, something like that. Maybe we'll have a different home stadium. That'd be awesome. But yeah, so we did make some changes. Catchers are still here. Cross, McFreddy are still here. Salmon is now the starter at second. Alfredo Beard is gone. Beefly Bennett is the new backup middle infielder. He's a pinch runner right now, but he's young, developable, and cheap. That was the key priority. Wade is still here. He didn't want any money. Ed Manning is still here. Reliable, still here, but he's on thin ice. If he has another bad season, I will let him go. Carla Marsh is the new starting left fielder. Chopper Underhanded is gone. Tandy Deep is back. Adrian Long, the rookie, is the new center fielder. Nico Jennings is no longer here. Worrymore is still here. Hokie is still here. The Buzzard duo sticking around. Presidente moves up to the #2 slot in the rotation. Connor Frazier is now gone. And we also lost Malaya Ellison as well. Nelson Olson and Josiah Handspringer, 2 rookies, are now at the back end of the rotation. Leah Collins is still here. Elliot Rums is still here. Troy Harrison is gone. Flavio Graham is now here to replace him. Luther Butters returns, and we still have Jason McPherson. Didn't see a need to get rid of him. So we still got a mop-up guy. All right. Let's see how this team will do in the sim next time out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch is down in the description below if you guys want to come over, watch the games live before they're posted, and also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. Shout out to One Boy for tuning in and chatting with me throughout the stream. Everyone else, I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.